Today I'll show you guys how to make a cheesesteak. This is thinly sliced ribeye steak right here. I got here a pot of water. It's 4 cups. The amount of steak or thinly sliced ribeye I'll be using. This is about 2.5 pounds total. So I'll put all 2.5 pounds in here. And I'll wait for it to boil. When the water starts to boil like this and the steak has settled down, you can stir it around, cover it, and let it sit for like a good 10-15 minutes. And also when you cover it, make sure you lower the temperature down. Right now it's on high. I'm gonna put it down to 2 and leave it covered for about 15 minutes. 15 minutes has gone by. This is the steak. It's all done. I will put this into another pot of hot water to clean out the steak. After I transferred the steak into another pot, I have the broth here. I'll pour it into this pan right here. Get all the juices. That's how the broth looks like after I strained it. And I also took a cup of the broth out. I will add 4 of these beef cubes in it. After I add it, I will stir it up and make sure it's thoroughly mixed. After I mix the beef cubes up into the broth, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of Mrs. Dash. It's called steak grilling blends. I'm going to put it into the broth. I just gave the broth a taste. It was good but not strong enough, so I'm going to add 1 more cube of seasoning. This is actually chicken cube, and 1 more tablespoon of this one too. I just added the other seasonings. It was strong, but I want it to be a bit stronger because I know that when you add the steak in, you want the steak to be very seasoned and very good. So I'll put 1 more chicken cube in here, and that should make it even stronger. This right here is a cup of the broth that I took out earlier. I made sure it cooled down a little, and I added 4 tablespoons of all-purpose flour in here. I'll put it in here and stir it up. Raise the temperature up a little bit so it can thicken up. Once your sauce begins to boil and thicken up like this, you can start to add the steak now. I just put in some steak. Now I'll put in some more. This is the steak right here that I had in a separate hot pot of water. And I'll add the rest of the steak in here. Once I add all the steak in here, stir it up. Make sure the steak is well seasoned with all the sauce that I made. Once you stir it up, make sure it's all mixed up. You can cover it and let it sit for a good 10-15 minutes. Let it cook in the sauce, and so it could be well seasoned and everything's all evenly seasoned and good. It's been about like 15 minutes. This is the meat right here. It's been in the sauce for a long time, like 15 minutes. It's very good. You can smell it in the air. Very seasoned. just took this bread out of the toaster. I'm gonna put some mayo. And I'm also gonna put mayo on this side too. And I'll place the cheese. When I'm done doing it on this side too, I will put it back in the toaster so the cheese can melt. Okay, the bread is done being toasted. I'll just put it out the oven. Now I'll put some steak on it. Before I put the steak on, I usually give it a nice shake. Shake off some of the sauce. Unless you don't mind having a real saucy sandwich. Some people like it, some people don't. That's my steak and cheese. It's all done and it's all good. You can smell the aromas in the air. You can see the good meat, the cheese, the soft bread. It's a very simple, easy recipe. Give it a try and tell me how you like it. And thank you for watching.